Well, 2025 has flown by pretty fast, if you ask me. It seems like each year is fading away day by day, faster and faster. I think 2025 was an okayish year um, for myself. Bear in mind, each year has its own challenges and surprises, and no year is perfect. There is always something terrible in the news, and 2026 probably wouldn't make any difference. 2025 was quite important for me for many reasons. There were many blessings, most of them unexpected, but also endings. It comes a time when you it comes a time in life when you let go of what no longer serves you, and that would happen to me. I also got much closer to God than I ever had in my whole life, if I'm honest, not by religion or man-made rules, but God's way. And I hope to share more of my journey in 2026. If you have been here for some time, I do not make any New Year's resolutions, goals, or plans that I wish to achieve. I've stopped doing that a few years ago. In my opinion, if one wants to change something, well, now is the right time, not tomorrow, next month, or 1st of January. Majority of people fail by the end of January or beginning of February anyways. And I believe that changes do take time. Sometimes few attempts and are best done without actually announcing them to anyone. I think that works best. I have read quite a lot of books this year, great novels. Some I couldn't put down, so my local library became a place I often visit now, and I shall continue to do so in 2026. One thing I would like to encourage you to do is in 2026 to go back and read books, because nothing beats a great story. I love physical books. The old-fashioned style is still the best in my eyes. And books take us on an adventure. You also learn vocabulary, how to use paragraphs, and help to improve a language you want to learn. That's from my personal perspective. And that is why I simply love to read. I always did, and I always will for as long as I can. I think my only dream would be to have my own little library room full of great stories to read over and over again. But I'm not obsessing about that. I'm not manifesting it because I don't believe in manifestation, but that's something I would really love to have. Who knows, maybe one day. The other thing is I have learned this year to always trust my gut feeling. Whether it's towards people, or I shall say especially people, or something that I should or shouldn't do. We often dismiss that inner feeling, but that's our best guide. When something feels off, it's off, end of story. And I did have a very good gut feeling when I was younger also, but in many situations I simply dismiss it, especially when it came to the people. I haven't listened to my inner voice, so I encourage you to really pay attention to it. So any achievements in a way? Well, I've learned to bake my own breads. I'm a master baker, especially sourdough. I got a starter from someone, and I am baking my own sourdough bread. Obviously, I'm not planning to open any bakery because I think bread making is quite, it's quite a challenge. But I'm really enjoying it. And I think it's something I would love to do. I think my only dream would be to have my own little library room full of great stories to read over and over again. Who knows, maybe one day. The other thing is I have learned this year to always trust my gut feeling. Whether it's towards people, or I shall say especially people, or something that I should or shouldn't do. We often dismiss that inner feeling, but that's our best guide. When something feels off, it's off, end of story. And It takes a long time, especially with the sourdough. I'm trying to not be self-sufficient, but go back to basics. So I made my own jam this year as well, kind of syrup you can make for colds from raspberries. And I'm planning in 2026. I'm planning to learn how to do my own cabbage, pickled cabbage. I want to make because I think cabbage is great for your health, and some other things that I'm planning to try to give it a go. I think the more things you make at home, the better. I also realized this year that people have changed. Like use of social media has definitely played a role, and our addiction to our phones and scrolling got worse, and that is the harsh truth. But there are still people and places where you can actually meet over a cup of coffee and have a conversation without looking at your phone or take a selfie. It's priceless. And the most important part, I'm still making videos. I have been making videos in 2025, but I have to admit that I felt discouraged a couple of times this year and even considered not uploading and just giving up on my channel. I think every YouTuber goes through that, but I do enjoy making videos, and it's also my personal test of actually committing to YouTube, and all you who still turn up and watch and listen, especially listen to my videos. So thank you very much. I do appreciate you, and I appreciate that you take time to do so, especially when there is, a quite big competition on YouTube, and some YouTube channels are better than others. So thank you once again. So what will 2026 bring? Well, who knows? I try to live day by day, and to be honest, a new year for me is like a reset. We continue our lives, and only the numbers and months change, and seasons. So January will come, and then I will be counting days until spring arrives again. So yes, I have learned few useful skills this year. I don't bother with following trends, and I don't plan to do so in 2026. I simply do what's best for me, and that is definitely not changing anytime soon. I do hope that this year treated you well. We all, of course, go through ups and downs. Perfect life doesn't exist, and that's why I mention this often in my posts and videos. In a world where majority wants to pretend their lifestyles, their perfect lifestyles, just be yourself and be an example of normality that we so need in today's world. Normality. Because normal is now a minority. It's so crazy, because even thinking about it, 15 years ago, 20 not long ago, and 80s, 90s, it was normal to be normal and do normal things. So I wish you a good last days of 2025 and a good start into new year. Please don't forget to take care of yourself, and God bless you. I will be celebrating as always quietly. I might not even last till 12 o'clock, but I really don't care anyways, because I usually at home snuggled in my PJs with a cup of tea. So thank you and take care.